Hey everyone, it's the 1 Minute Risk Manager. Hey, in one of the past videos we talked about hard and soft markets and what that entails. I want to highlight commercial auto for just a second. So hear me out on this. When people ask me, why are my auto rates going up so much? Everything looks great compared to last year, but man, this auto took a huge leap. Well, I'll tell you what, there's really three main reasons, right? So texting and driving, distracted driving, we say in the industry, is a huge problem and continues to be a problem. And that's not going away. Electric vehicles and auto self-driving vehicles may come in the future, but they are not here right now. And number one, we got to figure out how to insure that thing. But the texting and driving is a huge issue. Cost of repair for some of these expensive vehicles is a huge issue because the technology in the cars has gotten so advanced. That's causing high repair cost. And then you also have litigation. And so liability litigation, especially with trucking companies, is not on the decline. It's on the rise. And so the cost of litigation has increased. So that's why rates have gone up in the auto industry. Here's another interesting fact. I want you to look at this graph real quick. As you can see, most insurance companies do not make money on underwriting profit. Most people outside the industry do not understand that. So if a carrier takes in $1 in premium, you think they pay out less than $1? Not always. Hardly ever in some lines of coverage. What's interesting to note in this first graph is for the last 4 years, you can see that in 2021, that loss ratio, the combined ratio, dipped below 100% for the first time. Why? Because rates went down? No, because rates went up and they started actually making a little bit more profit and balancing the scales a little bit, which is interesting. Don't look for auto rate decreases anytime soon, but the increases may slow down for sure. That was a good sign, but it was because of the inputs into the system by the carriers, it did have a positive effect and helped rebalance the scales a little bit. So carriers have expenses as well. So by the time that they pay your losses and then their salaries, guess what? They have to make up their money in the stock market. And what's happened to that the last 4 or 5 years? Margins have done this. And so that's why rates have gone up as well. But if you look at this other graph real quick, you can also see, just by example, look at Zurich. They're at 100. They were operating at 130, almost 136% on their combined ratio for auto. And you can see AIG there coming in at 130%. That means that's 130%. How do we define those loss ratios? Well, by the time they pay their salaries and their claims and everything, this is where they were with their auto line of coverage. So this just highlights why auto rates have gone up, but you can see some of the effects of that in that graph. So hope all this helps. Go out and make better decisions. Take care.